Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. We are on part 2 of our new model Megatron build here. Last time around, we did his arms and the arm cannon here, and I gotta tell you, these things turned out awesome. And today we're going to be working on the chest, head, and crotch, and I'm hoping they will be equally exquisite. So without further ado, let's just get right into the build.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.
Okay, so here we are, another 7 hours into this build. With part one, that makes 13 and a half hours. Now that's straight build time. You can certainly add a few more hours to that for hunting and cutting out the parts you need. So we're probably closing in on 20 hours all told for the thing. This is what we have at the end of this stage. We have two of these puppies. These are beautiful little skirt pieces. They're going to be end caps on the sides of the hips here to cover the access points, but we can't put them on until we've done the legs. This is an exercise in complication without benefit. These little pieces here are separate. They could have been laser etched in. I have no idea why they decided to make them separate pieces. This red stripe looks very, very cool. That could have been a paint app. Instead, yet another piece to hold two base pieces together here. So, you know, complication without benefit. But they do look cool in the end. Here we have the center mass, the abs and crotch and hips here. And you know, we've got some nice little details like these red striping down here. These fin blades, these fins here for the vents are also quite nice. And it's odd the way the light is shining on it. These actually look silver, but they're black. Anyway, so these were actually a lot easier to put in than these were. The sides on this were very, very small. These were real pain in the butt to throw into place. This entire section here, when you're assembling it, is incredibly flimsy, which just really makes it more difficult to assemble than I think it really needed to be. I can think of several different things they could have done differently that would have made this easier to assemble. But in the end, I mean, you do get all this wonderful laser etch detail here on the abdomen. You get all the little red highlights and pop out pieces on the crotch and hips here. You've got some more, you know, little pop out pieces here to add that 3D look to it. Not a lot on the butt plate here, or for that matter, really the back, just a little bit of yellow highlighting, not too much. I could technically add this to the upper torso now, but I really need to have access into here whenever we add the legs, and the arms will actually really get in the way of that. So we're gonna wait until we add the legs to pop this thing in. But that's a really nice shade of red that we've got here on the edges. And you know, the black fins here are quite nice. All in all, you know, pretty good. And then the big piece for this stage, probably the most frustrating thing I have ever put together. I swear to God, again, complication without benefit. This and this are little end caps with some of the thinnest metal that you have to try and get aligned just right. And the slightest misalignment and things just aren't gonna come together properly. The Decepticon logo here is actually 4 separate pieces. And the fanboy in me did a little inside scream every time we got it together, because I mean, it just looks so cool, and it really, really highlights the center of the chest there. Obviously, I have a little more cleanup to do. The fingerprints just really took to this silver. Obviously, we added the arms to the chest and upper torso. We've got little yellow, little gold highlights in here that you're never really gonna see unless you look at it from an upper angle. The head, I think, came out really well, but the eyes, again, complication without benefit. That could have been like a single strip of red. Instead, it's 2 separate pieces of red, And what's more is you have to put that between two other pieces in order to hold the whole head together. So those eyes are literally holding his face in place. For the laser etching on the mouth, I don't know why they decided to go with that smirk. I've never liked that particular face. I prefer Angry Megatron, but this is the option we had, and it's what we've got on here. Moving around to the back side, we've got some awesome detail right here. Little cylinders that come in. Now you've got the same detail under here, and then it's all covered up with the cannon. So I think they probably could have done without that. They didn't. C'est la vie. This entire assembly right here is just like one big advertisement. You can see the Moo model logo right here in the center. Now, what they don't tell you is you have some options with this piece. That black circle with the Moo in the center, you actually don't have to put that on, and what you end up with is a red circle here in the center. Or you can take all of this mechanical detail and leave it out and just leave the back plate in, and you'll have an indented silver panel just covering the back here without any of this extra detail and mechanical work. So it's totally your decision. I didn't realize we had those options until after it was all assembled here. And plus I wanted to show you guys what the official finished product looks like. And that is it. You got your obligatory copyright information here. Interestingly enough, this little bit right here is a separate piece to add the all rights reserved part of the copyright right below it. So again, complication without benefit. They could have just laser etched in the all rights reserved right into the other piece and left this out. So I don't know why they chose to add so many of these pieces, but they did. Moving on to the cannon, you got some nice laser etch detail there. You've got this nice pop out gold band. The underside is really just solid silver. On the upper side, you've got the black to make it look like it goes deeper than it does. You got the venting here at the front of the barrel, which is quite nice. And everything attaches really securely, so not a big issue there. I think the helmet for his head actually came together quite well. I was a little concerned as I was putting it together, the way things were popping in, but once it's all said and done, it's quite sturdy and it looks really, really good. It really does. I am thoroughly enjoying the build, even with the added complication. I can't wait to get to the next part, but for now, we're gonna have to call it. And this will be the end of part 2. Hopefully we'll be able to finish it off in part 3 with the legs and final assembly. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.